Hi everyone. I just started my channel, Wounded Women Rise Up, and this is actually my first official video besides the introduction that I just did. But my mother has just been taken to the hospital just by ambulance, and so she's been kind of struggling to live for a while. She actually died right around that COVID time in the hospital, had a near-death experience, really got a handle on what she needs to do to turn her life around, and then she just got sucked right back down the tube. She couldn't make the changes. She couldn't give up the things she needed to give up. For her, it wasn't alcohol or something. It was just watching religious TV that just brings her into that place of guilt and shame. And she's just really struggled in her life. I'm starting out with getting pregnant with me when she was 16, and she just was so, I don't know, demoralized. She was shamed because she got pregnant out of wedlock, and she felt so much shame. And she didn't get to graduate. She didn't get to be with her friends and go to the dances. She got pregnant with me. She had me, and right away she got pregnant again with my brother. I just know she felt so robbed. My dad was a few years older than her, and if you asked me, I would say that she basically was close to being raped because it was against her will. She wanted to be good so bad. And it just started a downward spiral. And then she got into a cult that she raised us all in and got more, it was a very male chauvinist kind of a cult that treated women and children horribly. So she had to deal with that, and we got kicked out of that when I was 22, and I had a baby. And she just has been through one bad husband after the other after the other. She's been married 4 times. The one she's married to now, I don't know, it doesn't seem to me that they're at all in love with each other. And well, I mean, she's still alive and he's still alive, but that's all I want to say about that, if you know what I mean. But it's not been a very fulfilling life. And she's got a lot of things she's stuffed. And that is what's made her sick. I mean, I don't know much about her childhood. I don't know much about any of my relatives. I don't know what abuses she suffered. However, I know from aunts a little bits of information about some of it. But she will not discuss these things. She hides and stuffs everything. When anything goes wrong, she tries to get you to just let's put that under the rug, and she'll just try to be real positive about that person. Let's just believe that. I don't believe that. I don't want you to talk like that about her, because she's just going through this. She just puts everything under the rug, and she won't face anything that needs to be faced. And literally, that has made her body sick because resentment turns to rage, turns to hate, and unfortunately, it's turned to self-hate. And that will make you very, very sick. So she is very, very sick. And I think I just want to say this. I'm a little bit heartbroken that these things that have triggered her. I've seen her in trauma. I've seen her triggered. I've seen her abused by one of my sisters badly. Well, by several sisters, because of the loss of respect. It's just been a mess. I just wanted so much to see my mom overcome the triggers and the trauma and the abuse and to rise above it and get her voice and learn about codependency and get a handle on it and learn how to set boundaries and learn about PTSD and learn about narcissism and just get well to the point that we could have a real relationship. And instead, I felt like I've had a toxic parent that wasn't safe. And I've had to, cut things off to a great degree because I can't handle it. There's a lot of control, a lot of really messed up, toxic parent type things. Well, anyway, I won't get into that. But these are the kinds of things that we're going to be talking about. I'll share you next time what happens with my mom and how I feel about it at the time, she passes. I have a feeling she might this time. She's pretty sick. But I wish I could have done more. I certainly did try. I really, really, really did try until finally I had to let her go. And sometimes that is what we have to do. We have to let go. And you know why? Because if we don't, we go down with a sinking ship. We have to also take care of ourselves. We have to love ourselves. And if a person in our lives is taking us down, like a lot of narcissists or people that gaslight you, my mom gaslighted me quite a little bit, very hard to deal with. And because I questioned everything about myself all the time. Black was white and white was black, and you don't see right, and you just twisted that in your mind. All these weird games, weird strange games. just to keep me under her control, and have what she wanted me to be doing happening against my will. And I went through this in my married life. So anyway, I've learned to overcome a lot of it. I've studied a lot. I've overcome a lot. But it still hurts, guys. Right now, I think I'm in a numb state. I'm grieving for what I think it will just never be what I was hoping. I have it in this year's goals that my mom overcomes and gets through this thing, because she just was in a rehab type situation, and that she overcomes and that she rises above, and that we start speaking together and we become the best of friends, and we spend a lot of time together now. And I have all this in my year goal, that this will be the truth from my mom. And boy, have I been praying that that will be the truth too. But I don't know. I mean, you know what? I believe we've all been given free will, and God's not going to force anybody anything. You know, we can rise above things and learn to face things, or we don't have to, you know. And I believe that we just have to come back again and try it again. That's just what I believe. And I love God and everything, but I do believe that we have multiple lives. I've come to believe that because of all the near-death experiences that I have heard about. And it just convinced me that we're living multiple lives. I really do believe that. Anyway, for whatever this is worth, I hope that you got something out of this. Maybe you're going through some of the same things. Maybe you're needing to cut people off out of your life and to a great degree because of the toxicity and bringing you down. I don't know how I might have helped. I hope so, because I want to help wounded women rise up and rise again. And so I hope that you'll come along with this journey with me and learn to rise up and get your voice and speak your truth and become the best you, the best version of you that there is. Because that will benefit everyone, and that will make this world a better place. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me. Good night.